Hey guys, how's it going, Electron Man? Well, we got a new one today. We got a little shortwave radio, emergency radio that we're going to do. It's called the, what is it, Kaito KA350. I kind of give you a little instruction video on how to use it and what I think of it. So we'll do a little review. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Okay guys, here's the box that the Kaito came in. I've already opened it up. I kind of want to get myself familiar with it before we go over with you. It's got an NOAA weather alert. It's got shortwave. Got a bunch of neat features. It comes with the manual, power, our USB charger, and the radio. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do something that's not real clear in the manual. Is to get this thing to work right, we're going to need to open the back up, which by the way, mine was like super hard to open up the first time, but the way you open it is it slides down. It's easier now, but the first time I had to like get a screwdriver almost to pry it. But right down in here, you see this little power cable right here? It's going to be unplugged, and you're just going to want to plug it into that little port right there. That's the first thing you want to do. I guess shipping them, they don't want it to drain the battery, so they have it unplugged. So first thing you want to do is unplug or plug that in. And then, by the way, you can put 3 AAA batteries in here as well for a secondary power source. I'm just running it off of the internal battery right now, which I've already charged. And you can charge it, but we'll get into that. Okay, anyway, let's get to the front of the radio here. First thing you want to know is that this off and charger, the only thing that's for is if you want to try and charge your cell phone using this cable. And by the way, the charge port's over here on the side underneath this little rubber thing. And like if you wanted to charge a phone, you'd obviously hook into the big part of the USB and then charge, and then of course the little port is for you to hook this into a USB and charge the other way. So kind of two-way. That is if you got a, whatever they call that, a micro USB. It's not a USB-C, which I wished it was, but anyway, it is what it is. But that's your little charging port, and it's also got a place for a headphone jack there behind there. But anyway, back to the radio itself. This charge, the only time you ever wanted it on charge is if you're charging something. That's all that's for. The rest of the time, your controls are going to be, you've got battery and you've got power. Well, battery is the 3 AAAs that you add into the back for secondary source, which obviously means battery, and power is the rechargeable battery inside. So we're just going to leave that to power right there, and then we can just go ahead and turn the radio on. We'll turn it on to AM. Comes right on. Your volume controls over here, and reception wise, actually I'm pretty impressed with it.
Of course, our resident here now. Chef, Kathy, welcome back.
Thank you. Hi, Scott.
You call the olive one of your
and that's AM.
forever foods?
I mean,
kind of. My kids and I love to.
So I'm really pretty impressed with the radio. The dial's a little stiff and it's real sensitive, but I mean it tunes in really good. The receiver seems to be solid on it. Of course, then you've got FM. There's FM, which probably need to take the antenna out on FM. See if I can find you something here. There's FM, sorry. Anyway, as you can see, the FM works good. And then you got your shortwave 1 and 2. I don't know if we'll pick anything up on shortwave right now. We'll give it a little try just real quick. It does work though. I took it outside and it works pretty good. There you go. There's your shortwave right there. I'm actually quite impressed with the receiver on this. Another shortwave. Another shortwave. As you can see, it's solid. And then you got shortwave 2. Which it works fine. Obviously, you can tell I'm not going to sit here and spend a lot of time searching for stations. And then you've got weather, NOAA, which that's just to pick up your local one, which it shows, you know, like mine's like 146 something, so it's like way down here on the end of the spectrum here.
The stronger storms
There you
Friday
go.
could produce marginally severe hail and wind, especially across southeast Oklahoma into west central Arkansas. Above normal
Which
temperatures.
solid for,
dry
and mind you, I'm in a metal
weather
building, guys.
persist for the weekend.
This thing would be 3 times better outside. So I mean, it's solid on the receive. I'm really impressed. Like I said, I would give it even better score if that the controller was a little less sensitive, but trying to get it all compact like that, I get it. But you can sure tune in. And then, of course, obviously the last thing is weather alert. And with that, you can just, you know, there's no noise at all, turn it all the way up, and then it'll set an alarm if in your area NOAA sends out an alert. Of course, the only caveat to that is that we'll use your battery, so I don't know how long it'll set on weather alert without being plugged in, but you can always plug it into your USB, you know, find your little USB plug it in, and then you can have it as a weather alert radio all the time, just sitting on the mantle waiting to alert if there's any weather. Some of the other cool features are, let me go ahead and shut this down. It's got a solar panel on top, but let's be honest, that's just a gimmick. I mean, I think they said that like 4 hours is equal to 1 crank on the generator, the built-in dynamo, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, not maybe on a camping trip or something, the solar panel, if you had it sitting out in the sun all day, would keep the radio going, maybe, I don't know. But I think that's more of a game. But it does have a charger here, this as well, which you can, as you can see, when I crank it, I'm actually putting charge back in the battery. So in an emergency, you know, if your batteries are dead, you can crank it enough to charge it to use the radio. And it's also got a built-in, which it just folds down in there nice and neat. It's also got a built-in flashlight, which is really pretty bright. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed with it, actually, for that. So, I mean, it's a great all-in-one. I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about it, especially considering how well it receives. And to turn it off, just go obviously all the way to the left there and turn it off. I think the main things to understand is make sure to hook the battery up in the back. And the cover's hard to get off, but it slides off this way. You gotta get your fingers in there and slide it, but it slides that way and it slides back on that way. And just leave that in the off position unless you're trying to charge a cell phone using the dynamo, which I think is kind of a gimmick too. I don't know. I think really the dynamo is good for charging the battery internal for the radio, but you'd have to sit there for hours to get a couple % on your phone using a crank and then USB cable. So I think it's kind of, I guess if you were like stuck out in the woods somewhere and this is all you had, and you needed cell service for a couple minutes, and maybe be worth cranking on it. But anyway, I've diverged into the woods here. What else does it got? I think that pretty much covers all of it. Solar, shortwave 1 and 2, AM, FM, NOAA, and weather alert. 2 different type battery sources. You got AAA's, and you've got the internal rechargeable battery. Construction-wise, I like it. I like the little handle. I'm going to put this down in my storm shelters. What I'm going to do with it. And I mean, I think everybody should have one of these, you know, with all the tornadoes and everything we're having going on. Definitely doesn't hurt to have something like this around. I'll actually provide a link for it. There's several different styles of it. I mean, it's around $40. I mean, I think that's a bargain for all you're getting in it. I mean, emergency charger, 2 battery sources, no alert, all of it. I mean, pretty good little old radio. Anyway, hopefully this helps anybody that's got one of these that's trying to figure out how to use it. And also, I'm giving you an honest review. I think I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars for reception. Really good reception. As far as dial sensitivity, it gets like a 3 because it's really sensitive. It's kind of hard to tune, but you can tune it. You just got to be patient. Sound wise, it sounds great. No problem there. I'd give it like 5 stars on sound. So all in all, probably like a 4-star radio here if I was, you know, rating it on Amazon, which definitely is a buy. If you're looking for one, this is definitely one I'd look at. I like it. It's subcontact, easy to store somewhere. I like it's rechargeable. It's got all the good features. Probably one negative, I'll give the owner's manual 1. For one, you got to have a magnifying glass to read it. 2, it's very confusing. So hopefully my little going over this radio will help you out more than trying to figure out that manual. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a great day. This is the Electron Man.